Now, iOS has always been about smoothness. It just works, as Apple puts it.
It just all works. It just works.
Is it nowadays? To give a simple summary, iOS has always had the least features compared to Android. Now, why? Why less features when all the competition have more features than your iPhone or iPad or Mac? It's actually quite easy and also hard at the same time. Well, less processing power and resources required to run the OS. It's that simple. When there's more feature, which means you need to run the CPU, the GPU more to give whatever that you promised, right? When that is less, you can manage it so that it runs well on every single iPhone for more like 6 years or so. That's easy. Not only that, but they also make their own chips, such as the A series or the M series chips, which further give them the power to optimize it. That is one of the reasons on why it is always has been like this for the past like 10 years or so. After especially Tim Cook became the CEO, this has always been the most successful route, as Apple puts it, because more people can buy it, more people can recognize it, it's easier to use because there's less stuff to actually use it on. So better sales, and that has been proven plenty of times by Apple with this strategy, and they sort of tried to change it this time, which leads them to this video's topic: why it's so laggy. We should also keep in mind that there is a lot of factors, variables, and also reason behind all of this other than the things that I just mentioned earlier. So yeah, there's always more to it than what we can actually predict. We can theorize, whatever, there's more than to it. So we need to keep that in mind while watching this video. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now, this is the biggest UI change for iPhone or for the general Apple software in years. They called it the liquid glass.
With the optical qualities of glass and a fluidity that only Apple can achieve.
I've even made shorts videos about it a while ago, and this, rightfully so, made many people worry about it, because we have seen this kind of approach with the Windows 7 if you have used it before. And iOS and all the other Apple softwares have unfortunately also fallen into this hole. The older iPhones and all the older devices of Apple that released like 5 years ago or so has immediately faced this problem. Users as in the tech enthusiasts or like the beta testers, hoped this will be resolved soon, because it's the initial stage, they need further optimization, time, budget, everything. But sadly, no fix till now. If you're currently using the iPhone 12 and 13 series phones, you know what I'm exactly talking about, because many people have complained those phones have been like slowed down, has been pretty laggy. So if you're using that smartphone, comment it down below. What is your experience? Is it good? Have you updated to the latest software, or are you still on like iOS 18 or something? Comment about your experience. Now, the reason behind all of this sluggishness, this bugginess, and pretty much lagging is pretty simple. Physics calculation needs fast computational power to run smoothly. The word smoothly is really important in this case, and we simply do not have the computational power that is required to run this real-time blur/refraction physics calculation with the efficiency needed for this sort of portable devices. So you now can only pick one side. You either pick more power using sort of process, it consumes more power to run it smoothly, or it uses less power but you can't deliver the features that you promised in WWDC. It's only these two sides for now, at least, because as I told you earlier, there's no perfect thing that exists with both efficiency and also the power required to run these features. So it's sort of where do you go? Do you go more power or more efficiency? Which many people will pick efficiency over the more power usage. So yeah, that is where Apple is currently right now. They don't know which side to go. So it's quite hard for the users now. And also even Apple, let's say, with all the like world-class engineers, money, they can't seem to pull this off. Like they really can't, because we are literally making a video about how this is not going well for them. So there's a few solutions to this, of course temporarily. So you can reduce the transparency, or choose the frosted glass look, or reduce the animations to sort of make this lagginess across the software, across the UI, to solve this temporarily, of course. With my own experience, I've used, because I'm using an iPad, so I know, and my dad is using an iPhone, so I've experienced, and I've personally solved these sort of problems temporarily. So based on those, I can really tell it's getting really, really not good for Apple, especially the software side. Because let's say, for example, my friend uses the latest iPhone 17 Pro. It's supposed to be their flagship, their best representative of where their technology is, all sorts of things like that. But when we are capturing photos together, his phone lagged, especially the camera app lagged so much. The gallery app, or they call it the photos app, has been really, really laggy when I was using it. Maybe I thought it is really, getting really hot out there, so maybe it needs to chill out, cool down a bit, and maybe this will be resolved. And no, it does not solve the problem, because it's not hardware problem. Well, it is, but mainly it's a software problem. I can even use it for like a minute because it was laggy like crazy. So yeah, that's the problem that I faced personally, that I've seen, and I can't solve it. You're not really getting that sort of features, especially the iPhone 16 series, because they promised it will have the AI intelligence, or the Apple intelligence, yeah, that didn't really go well for them. So that's how it goes right now. Hence, that is how bad the situation is for Apple, at least for some users. Of course, not all the users are facing the same problem. Different users have different problems, but mainly this is the problem across many users. That's sort of my observation on how this problem is going on and what are the causes of this problem. So iPhones are no longer,
Just works.
it's more like kind of not work sometimes, if that makes sense. Android phones, smartphones are factually, right now at least, are more stable and more smooth compared to iOS, which is crazy to say like a decade ago. But now that is the truth. ColorOS, Samsung's One UI, and all the other manufacturers have really optimized the software with more features. That is important, because there's more features. As we theorized before, less features means you can optimize it further, but no, the tables have turned, and now it's the opposite. So that's it for you. At last, Apple is seemingly trying to fix all of these problems, at least most of them, by releasing the iOS 27, which is the upcoming software after this iOS 26. And let me test it and tell you guys, review, I don't know, make a review or a shorts video or something like that. Comment me down below what you want to see on that video. Is it fixed? Yeah, let me test it thoroughly so that you can probably have a good use of it. So that's pretty much it. If you were wondering why your iPhone is a bit laggy or a bit buggy, this is mainly a few problems that causes those sort of problems. I mean, I'm repeating the sentences again, so I guess that's the sign that I should probably stop the video. So thank you for watching till this session of the video, or the portion of the video. So subscribe if you like this video. If you want to learn more, yeah, you can check out my latest videos, recent videos, such things like that. So thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.